Hello everyone. This is Mounted Cavalier here, bringing you Total War Warhammer, a Let's Play Empire versus the Chaos Warriors. I have to admit, I've watched this one or two times before, just so I know what's happening, what's coming up. And I wanted to give my comments and my review and break down this Let's Play for you guys. Um, it looks pretty epic. I mean, just look at those mountains in the background. This game is going to be probably one of the best, at least graphically, Total War games I think they've made so far. Um, I mean, just look at I'm not so sure of the names, but I know they mentioned it in the video. The link will be down in the description if you would like to watch this without my commentary um, and my critique. But so yeah, let's keep watching. This looks like it's. I mean, just look at those mountains. We're in the Chaos Wastes in northern Norska. So right now it's the Empire versus the Chaos, and they're going to show us some Chaos troops. All the troops you see here can be played in the middle of the game. They didn't. So regardless of whether you pre-order or you get the DLC, you will be able to play against these Chaos, all these troops. So here's some chariots. So cool with their all the heavy armor. You have some cavalry here as well. Oh, just look at those shields. Just the amount of detail in this game. It is just incredible. Oh, we have some hounds too. They look very similar to the dire wolves that the vampire counts have, but you know the horns they're very chaos like. And here you have some low tier troops as well. I mean, oh, just the amount of detail and stuff they put into this, guys. Oh, here we have the Chaos Warriors. Oh, this is gonna be incredible. I mean, I'm not getting the DLC. I can't pre-order right now, um, but this looks absolutely incredible. I mean, just look at those all the spikes and everything, the helmets. Oh, this is going to be such an incredible game. Like, even though I'm not playing as these people, oh, and the double axes, they're going to be absolutely incredible to play against. Oh, the two-handed axes, all the Chaos Giant. I really do like the look of the Chaos Giant. You know, he has like the same, overall character of the regular giant, but just the horns and everything, and the Hell Cannon. I know everyone was really anticipating and really wanted to see this. I think it's an improvement on some of the ones I've seen in some of like the Call of Warhammer mods. Just incredible with like living tissue on the back. And we have the Chaos Trolls. I believe that's what they are. I mean, just incredible. They look so gross and grotesque. Oh, and here you come back to the some more cavalry, heavily armored cavalry. Oh, and look at the hooves. Look at the flames on the hooves and more. Now, these are a variation of the other wolves that we saw. These are poison wolves. It said in the video that they do some speed damage and overtime and stuff like that, and of course morale damage as well. So they jumped ahead here to uh, show us the Empire roster and what he is playing with. He had to use a spell in order to see the Chaos Warriors because they're normally in a shroud, so you can't see exactly what they are. So here are the Mounted Reichsguard. I believe that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Uh, and then we have some spearmen. Oh, they're all cheering. Very very cool guys. We have a celestial wizard here, which we've seen before in the past. He's bringing two wizards. He has a celestial and I believe a light wizard. I think he has. You'll see him later on on a Pegasus. You can see him flying in the background. Here we have Karl Franz and his mighty griffin. So cool. I mean, I really like that they added flying units. I think that adds such a cool dynamic, especially with the vampire counts. I've seen their gameplay. the flying units look like that's going to be one of my favorite elements of the vampire council. They're flying units. You know, forget the skeletons and zombies. Flying units, I think that would just be absolutely incredible. I'm not a huge Call of Warhammer um, like expert. I'm learning kind of as I go along here. I'm more of a Lord of the Rings guy, so I could. Oh, I hope they do a Lord of the Rings Total War Lord of the Rings would be an absolute dream for me for them to come out with. I mean, just imagine like the Eagles and the oh, their name's skipping on me right now, but the things that the Nazgul, you know, the Nazgul, what they ride, uh, oh, just incredible. We have some Hellfire batteries, some cannons. Here we have some musketeers in the back here. They actually have some pretty good range. I like the you know the amount that just like the dynamic that the Empire has in ranged units and whatnot. Here we have the Luminarch. To be honest, not my favorite thing in the game. I'm more of a like a rapid fire and you know, high mobility, and the Luminarch really isn't. It's a low rate of fire, high damage, which I do like, but low rate of fire, and it kind of moves around the battlefield kind of slow, which isn't my forte. And here's what I talk about with the Light Wizard. I think it was. He does quite a bit of he does quite a bit of damage, and shows us some cool things in this video. So we just have to wait and see for that. Oh, and here we have one of my favorite. Actually, it might be my favorite cavalry in the game, the Demigryph Knights. I mean, just the Demigryphs themselves with the armor, and then the Knights on top. Just and if you look at the shields are eagles. It's just the amount of detail they put in this game, and I can't. I know I'm talking about that. I can't stress that enough. The amount of detail and just depth they put into this is just incredible. Um, Regardless of what you think of the pre-order DLC or anything like that, I mean, the amount of really good detail they put into this, they really brought Total War to life. Here's just moving some stuff around. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so here we're about to start the battle. And you'll see Chaos actually immediately starts charging forward, and you'll see some really good hits by the Hellstorm battery here. Just amount of splash damage, just ripping the Chaos Warriors apart. And there we go, the Hell Cannon. Not the It's not the animation I was predicting. I thought it'd be more red and more, I don't know, large with its blast. So I was a little surprised by the purple and the kind of small and kind of slow, how slow it moved through the air. But it still probably deals a lot of damage. I don't think it actually hits anybody in this, which is a little disappointing. But I mean, the game will come out in a month, so we'll see. I'm sure that's probably going to be the first thing many people do is get that uh, hell cannon. Oh, sorry about that. So here we go. We have Chaos pushing forward. A lot of artillery fire in the beginning, and here we get to see some Chaos magic. I mean that just does so much damage to the front lines. And then we have another one, so two at the same time, which I think speaks volumes for the AI. It's like a fire tornado there. I mean, if the AI can do this, um, especially with like an extra dynamic of magic, and knows like a pretty good time right before their lines are about to crash in, they cast these spells to weaken the defenses of the Empire. I think the AI is going to be quite a formidable foe, which I know a lot of people were a little worried about the AI due to you know, past Total War games, but this AI is looking, you know, pretty good so far. And we have some wolves charging in, Chaos Wolves, sending out Demigryph Knights, and I wish we got to see the chariot charges up close. He didn't show that. He spent most of the time in this like commanding screen where he kind of told people where to go. It wasn't like a a cinematic, which I was a little disappointed of. I would have liked a cinematic, but it right now with still about a month out or so, 2 months out, it's still nice to see some gameplay. I'm glad they're starting to be a little bit more open with us now with some gameplay. Um, so I'm just happy with what I can get right now. They do jump into cinematic every now and then. You see the comet seems to do tons of damage, but doesn't actually weaken their defenses at all. Chaos looks incredibly formidable in this right now. The Demigryph Knights there in the corner, and the Luminarch. I think he's firing at that Chaos Giant over there, which he does hit him, and then one more bullet takes the Giant down. I really wish I would have seen more of the Giant. The Giant looked, I think the horns on the head and just his overall disgustingness looked absolutely incredible. I wish they would have shown more of him, but we're just gonna have to wait and see for some more gameplay. I hope they do some more Chaos gameplay. Love to see Vampire Counts 2. I know they promised us a higher tier vampire battle. Can't wait for that to come out. I'm glad they got to show us some chaos gameplay. Absolutely incredible. I mean, the chariots alone are incredible. I can't wait to see like the beast units of the chaos faction come into play in the DLC. But like I said, I am not going to be able to get the DLC, so sorry for everyone that was hoping to see a DLC from me, or at least the pre-order DLC. I won't be able to get. So I may be able to get it, later. If they have it for sale, which I don't know why they wouldn't have it for sale later. Um, we have the Celestial Wizard running away right now from, I forget his name, but he's one of their legendary lords, I believe, which he's seems to be very fast and very powerful, as you would assume, or as you would hope, with a Chaos legendary lord, probably the best fighter and the most consumed by chaos. We have Carl Franz kind of getting in there. Now, he had some pretty cool abilities that we got to see. He has a buff to his troops that he can use over and over again, in which increase their morale and help them not to run away. And here you see some Celestial and Bright Wizard magic. I believe that was the Celestial Wizard, that Chain Lightning, which is a Vortex type spell, which does quite a deal of damage. Then we have the Pegasus casting another Vortex spell. I don't know the name of that spell, but again, it's another Vortex, so it deals quite a deal of damage by throwing units into the air. It didn't do that much damage because it kind of went off in the no man's land, so it didn't actually get into the troops. So I kind of hope in the upcoming videos we get to see just how magic, what determines the angle at which the magic goes. I know they said that magic is more powerful and less likely to backfire, but still, magic seems to kind of do its own thing. Which, I mean, as you would assume with magic, it does do that. But I kind of hope they expand a little bit on, what do you have to do to like increase your chances of the magic actually going where you want it to go, instead of just going out in the no man's land. See Carl Franz there fighting. Still, I mean, the artillery just keeps firing, and that just has such good range, that Hellstorm battery, and they seem to be protecting that quite well. Um, we have another magic like the wind gust there, but he actually misses the guy he was going for, which was the legendary lord. Because right now, I mean, Empire looks absolutely no match for Chaos. And they said in the video, Chaos is a much higher tier in this battle, at least, much higher tier army than the Empire is. I, I mean, I don't know about you guys. Let me know in the comments. Do you think Chaos is a little bit too overpowered? Um, I don't know so far. I mean, if this is just a regular army that you find on the map, this is going to be quite formidable, especially if you're early on. Like, I kind of hope Chaos isn't just this like overbearing brute force that just constantly gets in your way. Oh, here we have some trolls. I mean, just the amount that they flank some flanking on the demigriffs. I mean, I'm not sure how the chaos is, how they're going to balance it, because right now they just look absolutely boss. Like they just look like beasts. And I know in lore they are, but for game, I don't know exactly how they're balancing this. So that'd be something for the future. I'd love to look into, or I'd love to see more of. So obviously Karl Franz casting a lot of his morale buffs, trying to get his troops to come back. And here we have the gun. I forget what this gun is called. Yeah, let me know in the comments, because I'm not really sure what that gun is called, but you can manually fire, which I think is a great addition. I mean, not maybe for all circumstances, probably not many circumstances you'll have the time to sit and fire by yourself, but definitely early on, or when when there's kind of a lull in the battle, you can definitely hop in there and take some shooting lessons, some shooting practice, which I think would be really cool. You have some cavalry charge, and yeah, I mean, things aren't looking good for the Empire right now. Karl Franz bringing some of the troops back, which I think is great, kind of like a morale buff. They can bring the troops that were routing back. I mean, him on the ground, Karl Franz on the ground doing that, I don't think he's going to be able to keep up with his troops running away. But in that Griffin, I mean, he just flies across the battlefield, zooms across there, and I mean, he could probably bring most units back with his morale buffs. See some chaos warriors. I think these are the chosen. I mean, just the amount of the scale and the size of these maps too. I mean, I can't get over those spikes in the background. I mean, some more artillery fire. I think that actually was magic. Yeah, from a light wizard, that was magic. Missing there, but Karl Franz is surrounded. And things aren't looking good for Karl Franz. He's surrounded right now, and practically everyone on his team is routing. This is not good at all for him. He holds his own in this battle. I will tell you that. He definitely holds his own. I mean, here comes the Pegasus coming down. I can't wait to get this game. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to in this game. I mean, just absolutely incredible. Just the different winged units. How the Pegasus leaping in there. Karl Franz, basically with his Griffin throwing everyone around. I think he said the legendary lord here activated his flaming sword, which gives everyone in the vicinity a 22 or some percentage of increase in damage, which, again, Chaos, I mean, that's just an incredible buff for Chaos, who was already, I would assume, pretty good at fighting. And they were just like that, defeated. And that's the gameplay that we got. So that's all that I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments what you liked, what you disliked. Give me some, tell me, give me in the comments what you like about the new Chaos faction and what you see. Don't forget to subscribe. Please give it a like. I'm new here on YouTube. Please give me a like. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time, my Cavaliers.